All right, let's dive into the world of cybersecurity. If you've ever been curious about a career protecting digital stuff but had no idea where to even start, well, you're in the right place. We're going to lay out the map for you and find that perfect starting point.
And let's be honest, that word, cybersecurity, it can sound pretty intense. You're probably picturing hackers in hoodies, super complex code, all that high-stakes digital drama. And look, I get it, but I promise it's way more accessible than you might think.
Because at its heart, it's actually really simple. It's all about protection. Seriously, that's the whole game. It's just the practice of keeping digital information safe from people who shouldn't be seeing it. Everything else in the field just builds on that one single idea.
And here's why that should matter to you. Companies, big and small, are constantly looking for people who can guard their most valuable asset, which is their data. And that, right there, creates this huge opportunity for anyone who wants to jump into this field.
So how do you actually make that first jump? For a lot of people, the answer is certifications. Think of it as your first real, practical step into this world. It's a structured way to get started and show everyone you're serious.
I absolutely love this way of putting it. A certification is kind of like that first badge you earn in a video game. It's this little symbol that immediately tells employers, hey, this person has the foundational knowledge and they're dedicated. It really makes your resume pop.
So what do they actually do for you? Well, for one, they give you a clear learning path, so you're not just guessing what to study next. They also tell employers you're committed, and maybe most importantly, they're proof that you can actually walk the walk.
Okay, so now we get to the fun part. We're going to walk through 7 of the most popular entry-level certifications out there. But don't think of this as just a list. Think of these as different trails you can take to start your cybersecurity adventure. And to make this all a little easier to digest, we're going to group them into 3 main paths. This way, you can figure out which one really clicks with your own goals and how you like to learn.
First up, we've got the big one, the one you've probably already heard of, CompTIA Security Plus. This is widely, and I mean widely, considered the gold standard for beginners. It gives you this fantastic, well-rounded foundation in everything from threats to risk management. You'll see it listed as a requirement for entry-level jobs all the time.
Now, if you're someone who likes a bit of a challenge right out of the gate, you might want to look at the GSEC. It's definitely a step up in difficulty. It digs deeper into technical stuff like encryption and security policies. It's not the easiest start for sure, but passing it sends a really strong message to employers.
All right, our next path is for all the people who learn by doing. See, some certifications are all about theory, learning the concepts. But something like the CCET is all about practice. It tests your ability to do real-world tasks, like penetration testing. That's where you try to find weaknesses in a system before the bad guys do.
Another really practical one is the CyberSec First Responder, or CFR. This one is perfect if you like the idea of being on the digital front lines. It's all about how to monitor networks, spot an attack while it's happening, and then respond to it effectively. It's all about that active defense.
Another really smart move is to go straight to the source, big tech. I mean, think about it. So many companies run on their platforms. So a cert from Microsoft or Google carries a ton of weight. Microsoft's is going to make you an expert in their cloud ecosystem, while Google's is famous for its practical, hands-on labs. And just look at how Google does it. Instead of one giant high-stress exam, it's more of a journey. You do the lessons at your own pace, then you immediately get to use what you learned in labs, and then you get the certificate. That whole structure makes it a way more flexible and honestly a less intimidating option for a lot of people.
And finally, we've got what might be the most accessible route of all, CyberSafe. This cert was built from the ground up for total newcomers. And here's the best part. You don't need any job experience to take the exam. And because it comes from ISC2, which is a huge name in the industry, it still looks really good to employers.
Okay, I know that was a lot of info, so let's just pull it all together for a second. The best choice really depends on you. Are you looking for that super safe, all-around great starting point? That's Security Plus. Do you learn best by getting your hands dirty? Then CCIT is probably your jam. Need something flexible you can do on your own time? Check out Google. And if you're ambitious and want a challenge, GSEC is right there waiting for you.
So, let's say you've picked your path, you put in the work, and you earned that first badge. That's awesome, truly, but you gotta understand, that's the starting line. It's not the finish line. And hey, if you're looking at all these options and your head is still spinning a little bit, here is the clearest advice I can give you. Just start with Security Plus. It's the most recognized, it gives you that solid foundation, and it opens up doors that'll let you specialize later on. You can't go wrong with it. This right here is probably the most important thing to remember. Getting that certification is a huge win, but it's just step one of a much, much longer journey. The real learning, the stuff that makes a career, that happens every single day after you pass that test.
And why is that? Because this field is always changing. I mean, new threats pop up constantly. New tech is developed. The game is always evolving. To be good at this, and to stay good at this, you have to commit to being a lifelong learner. It's just part of the deal.
So there you have it. We've laid out the map. We've shown you the different starting points. The only question left now is the one you have to answer for yourself. So, where are you going to begin?